it's me, it's Mary or Hawk, and the other day I made a self-love video. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you do so you have an idea of ways you can nurture yourself and love yourself or just to get inspiration. But if you didn't watch that, it's perfectly fine. I did allude to in that video making a tutorial on how to do a self-love spell candle. And I did do a speed paint of this. Feel free to screenshot or in reverse if need be or mirror it so you can read it. But I did this little speed paint even though my phone holder kept falling over. It's totally fine on how to do this particular ritual or spell, the self-love candle that you light whenever you need to boost the self-love. And I wanted to show you guys how exactly I got that done with like an example. First and foremost, excuse the shakiness, it's just my hands. You're going to need some sort of spell candle. I chose this red heart candle, but other candles can do. Other candles can include tea lights, chime candles like this, or something like this little pillar, or mini votive I should say. Something like without glass that you can inscribe your intentions and symbols onto is the most ideal. I use this little inscriber thing from the witch's moon, but you can use just about anything. You can use porcupine quills, you could use clay like scoring and piercing tools that you can get at the Dollar Tree. There's a lot of tools you can use and you don't need the most expensive ones for this particular ritual. I just recommend that because this is a candle spell, and in addition to it being a candle spell, you're going to want something to contain it in, be it the tea light container like this, something like this little like tea light holder. Sorry, the camera angle is not doing it justice, but some sort of holder for your candles so you can keep fire safety in mind, and when wax drips you have something to collect it in is most ideal, especially for something like a chime candle or a votive type candle. Tea lights I'm not too worried about because they have the metal thing that or plastic thing that they go in that they can melt into, but other types of candles not so much, so you're just going to want to have some kind of holder. And you're going to want to cleanse those tools, of course. I use Florida water in a spray bottle. You can use whatever you'd like. Just use whatever feels best to you, and obviously keeping in mind fire safety because you are going to be lighting this thing on fire. Also, as an offering to any spirits that are helping you, or just in general, just to set the tone, I use some sort of incense. I usually use stick incense, like this rose incense or the French strawberry. If incense is not right for you, diffusing an oil of jasmine or rose, or perhaps even lavender if that's what you're going for. Patchouli maybe would be a good bet. Just having some sort of scent to set the mood is very important for this spell, I find. You don't have to, but I like to do that. And I do use some things like this love oil. This is something I made myself. You can see some jasmine and some rose in there and some other herbs and stuff. Don't mind the smudgy fingerprints, I swear there's no mold in this, but you know, I use things like that. And I'm also going to use some mica powder. You can use like a loose eyeshadow or highlighter or something like this. I just crush up old eyeshadows that have gone not safe to use, and I use them in my spells. And this is also like a Violet Voss like green highlighter. I'd say something pink or green is the most ideal for this working because they represent the heart chakra. Likewise with the candles, I recommend something pink, white, or red for that. I also like to use this type of quartz sand I have. I got it off magic.com or something like that, and it's this Harmonia brand crystal sand. Quartz amplifies things, so having something to amplify your intention is very important. And of course, I suggest you pre-write on a piece of paper the symbols and things you're going to carve into your candle. It's not easy to tell on this candle that I did here, but you know, I anointed it and I put like some symbols into it, some words. I put I love myself, and I put the heart chakra symbol, and I put the some love symbols, and I said put self-love as well on this candle just to really put my intention into this candle. Now for herbs, you can mix and match. You don't have to stick to what I did. I just personally opted to use 3 herbs just to not overcomplicate things, but to get my point across, I used patchouli leaf to be exact. I recommend using patchouli leaf because is really good for fertility and fertile ideas, romance, divine self-love, divine self and connection and self-love, attraction, prosperity, and physical vitality, which, you know, taking care of your body is a form of self-love, so I put that in there. I also used some yarrow flowers. Be careful if you're wildcrafting this that it's not poison hemlock. But with yarrow, I used it for love, wisdom, courage, protection, resilience, mental health, clarity, and divine love and psychic enhancement because, you know, I would like to be connected to my divine or higher self, so that is why I use that. And I also use some rose petals. This is just a big 1 pound bag of rose petals because I do use them frequently enough in my rituals and in my teas. Rose is good for universal love, self-love, confidence, passion, romance, appreciating life and its beauty. So that is what I did, and to kind of walk you through a little bit, because I do have this little ritual paper thing. I'll put a picture in there in the video, probably, if it's not very visible. Is you're going to want to inscribe your candle with your intentions, whatever intentions they are, as long as they fit on the candle. Like I put I love myself, and then self-love, and then because I could fit it, the heart chakra symbol and some hearts. You could do it more easily on a more votive type candle like this, or a small pillar, or a tea light perhaps, than a chime, but or maybe even a pillar candle if you did what I did, because I want to relight this candle in order to continue doing this. So I hope this made sense. To recap, what you're going to need is some rose or like floral scented incense. You're going to need some patchouli leaf, yarrow flowers, or rose flower petals. You can mix and match with different herbs if other ones suit your intention better, like damiana or like lavender, whatever suits your intentions and your needs best, use that. Use a love oil. If you don't have a love oil, you can make it. If you don't want to make it, you can use rose or jasmine or lavender. You use something to inscribe your candle with. And of course, for the color magic, I use some colored mica powders that I either have from like old loose eyeshadows and highlighters, or like just making my own from eyeshadows and highlighters that are no longer safe to use on the skin. And of course, a candle and its holder, and the candle should be pink, red, or white. That being said, I hope this video made sense. I hope you got something out of this. Remember to love yourself. Taking care of yourself is important. You are amazing. This is Hawk, signing out. Stay magical. And thank you for coming along with me on this part of my journey.